Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to episode 3 of our tour of Portugal. We're here in Bragança, which is just over the border from Spain, and we've been here for a couple of days, just taking a little bit of a rest. But nice hotel, so I'll show you around the room, although we are leaving in about 20 minutes. Yeah, nice big bed, loads of space as well, so we've had loads of room to put all our stuff out. That's all already packed to go on the bikes. And then a nice big bathroom, excuse the wet towels, they've all gone in. And the view wasn't too bad, just probably have a look outside. You can see the vista wasn't too bad. So why Bragança? Right, so Bragança, for me personally, I thought it would be nice to come here because my old regiment, the Queen's Regiment, we held Catherine of Bragança in quite high esteem, as we were formed, or the original regiment was formed in 1661, called the Tangier Regiment. And it was asked to garrison Tangiers, which was a dowry from Catherine of Bragança. Now, for those that are history buffs, will know that Catherine of Bragança was the Queen of England. She was married to Charles II, and they were together for about 43 years. Of course, we also know that Charles II wasn't the greatest of husbands, but she was faithful to him for that period of time, and then when he died she went back to Portugal and she's buried in Lisbon. So our connection with Portugal has been very strong, and I think she was accredited for bringing tea drinking to England. There you go. Right, so what about today? So today we're going to go to Covilhã. Let's have a look at the map. So we're here in Bragança, like I said, it's just over the border from Spain, and we're going to take a route heading down, and we're going to be ending up here in Covilhã. Now, although this is a small map and it just shows you a general route, I'll tell you what we're going to do. So we've got the main roads and twisties, a bridge over the Douro River, we have a viewpoint, and then we're in a place called Seia for lunch, and then the N338, which is the Portuguese stelvio, which is around about here somewhere, and then we've got a top of the bar stop and viewpoints, and then just before we get to Covilhã we've got the Pena D'Agua da Carpinteira. Now I know Ribeira in Portuguese is river, so it's probably the Carpinteira River down here. Okay, so that's our trip for today. So after this, we're going to have a bit of breakfast, load the bikes up, and then get on the road. So speak to you soon. Okay, so we're out of the hotel and en route to Covilhã. According to my sat-nav, we've got 160 miles to do, but of course that takes into account all the stops and the stelvio, which we're going to do, the Portuguese stelvio I should say. So when you say 160 miles doesn't seem a lot, but if you were on a motorway obviously flatten down, but our route is not going to take us that way. It's going to take us to the twisties, about 4.5 hours or something like that on the sat nav, but in reality it's probably about 6. So yeah, all good. I was looking at the weather report for Portugal, and apparently it's about 35 degrees C by the coast. Here it's a little bit windy, but that's fine, and I've just got the body armour on and a t-shirt, yeah, and
Suzanne's freezing in her mesh jacket. She's taken a liner out and she's normally got about 3 layers on, so she's freezing now. So we may be stopping soon to put another layer back on. Bless her. But no, I'm good. I don't mind being just a little bit chilly. I'd rather be that than boiling hot. And certainly on when we got to Braganza, it was getting sweating hot. It really was. So the right move now. Yeah, that's the point. And just pointed out, it is only 9 o'clock, so we've got plenty of heat to go. Okay, so we're straight ahead here. Let's have a look. I don't want to go to Spain. Going round to the right, according to my sat nav. Dropping down towards Porto and Villarreal. It's just a list of football names, really, isn't it? I just worked that one out, you know. Oh, okay. Lovely. Yeah, what's happened here is it's looks like a little bit of a pandemic going on again. There's just no one here. Or either that or a zombie apocalypse.
Do you have like this like in the COVID year
So at least, and I'll explain to the viewers, for about a week now I've had this massive ulcer on my tongue, which has made talking quite difficult. So if the previous episode it seemed like I was a bit plastic, it's just because my tongue wouldn't work really. But yeah, it's still a bit painful, but it's a lot better now. So it's freed up my speech. I can actually articulate without it going through my spine. We managed to get a spray in the pharmacia, and I put that on yesterday and it seems to have done the trick. So of course you can't get anything in the UK now because it's like bland and doesn't work. In the old days we used to get that mouth ulcer treatment that used to stick to your tongue or stick to your mouth ulcer, and then it was gone in a day, but that's all probably banned now. So yeah. Anyway, a little bit boring now on the motorway, so I'm not going to say any more, and then when we get somewhere interesting I'll come back to you. So Anne's taken over for a while because we've had a bit of a variation on our sat-navs, and what we've agreed is if mine has a bit of a brain fart, Anne takes over and takes the lead, because her sat-nav seems to be a little bit more useful. So mine's telling us to go right there, and it's not helping a lot, but it will sort itself out in the meantime. Mrs. S has taken the lead. Countryside is quite beautiful around here as well. So we're on the Turismo Rural, so a rural tourist route, and it is very, very pretty. Roads aren't too bad as well, not too twisty, just enough. It gives you a chance to have a look around. There's a sign for snow there. Blimey. Maybe it does get a little bit chilly in the winter then. Certainly very green, isn't it? And we must be reasonably high as well, I would have thought, looking up into the distance. Many hills. So So we're currently on the IP2, and we're eating up the miles, as you can see. Looks like we're the only people on the IP2 as well, which we don't actually know if we're heading for the first waypoint or not. So I think when I mentioned earlier on we were heading for a dam and also a bridge, we just have to find out what one it is. But we're on this for about another 15 miles. We've been going for about an hour and 22, so by the time we get off this little stretch of road, I think it's time for a coffee. Just seeing we've just come across this dam. We can't actually stop anywhere, so it's difficult to have a look at it, but yeah, quite impressive though. Can't see what's on the other side, but yeah. Oh well, we've got possibly a first stop in about 6 miles, so I'll see what that one is. But this road's been quite amazing really. We were on the IP2 and then it just went into this, and there was no variation. As you can see, not a lot of traffic on it anyway. But we seem to have come across vineyards, and there was a massive, great big, I suppose a winery or a vineyard on the left-hand side with a very ornate gate. So we might be in the wine region. Less than half a mile, got a bridge coming up. Yeah, well that's impressive, isn't it?
It's on your left.
Okay. Let's have a look at this one. I haven't got a name for it. I know it's on the IP2 or the N102. Have you got a name for it? The bridge?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. It's over the River Douro. Right, well, I can find my key. Let's go and have a look at this one then.
Yeah, so just walking across the bridge, and you get the extent of the River Douro, because it is quite. I actually remember it's quite famous for river cruises, because Anne and I did one on the Danube some years ago. That was lovely, and then when we were looking, we said, oh, you can do one in Portugal, and of course just remembered this one. So this is obviously where they come through, and when you walk back, there's obviously a massive lock. Just noticed there is a river cruise ship stuck in the lock. There you go. We're just waiting for that lock to open.
like the swimming pool on it as well. Got a little swimming pool. It's a biggie, this one. I'm sure ours wasn't that big. And there's a couple waiting over there as well. We'll just cross over without getting killed. There you can see there's another big don't know if you can see it through the camera, but there you go. Yeah, quite impressive really, isn't it? Well done, Anne, for finding that first stop. So we're going to head back. Just saw those two going the other way on their BMWs, but they obviously so we're going to head back to the bikes and then continue our journey. So we're currently winding through something that's reminiscent of Scotland, actually. I don't know, I was doing the sort of the road, and we was going around the edge of this hill on the right, and I was just looking across thinking, I'm sure I've been somewhere like that. Obviously the weather's not Scottish, but yeah, it's amazing when you ride around Europe how the similarity stretches itself. But very nice road. No one on it, absolutely no one on it. Completely on our own, amazing. And it's been like that for quite a few miles now. I've got a turn in 2.5 miles. So unfortunately we missed our viewpoint, but we saw one and we weren't sure whether that was it. But to be quite honest, we'd already seen most of that valley anyway, so I don't think we missed anything. And we came away from the river, so there was nothing looking down onto the river. So we're going in a slightly different course now. But there will be other things. Oh yeah, we will. And just a reminder, we'll actually be on it, because when we're in Porto we've got a little wine river cruise. So looking forward to that one. And what we are noticing as well is going across this the sort of plain area is when we look up, the birds of prey are huge. I think I had an eagle or a buzzard above me, and it was massive. The wingspan was huge. You do get a lot of that. So the bird life's beautiful, and the flowers as well. Even the wildflowers. Lots of poppies. So we've just come through a town called Seia, and we are now on the Estrella National Park Road. So our route's taken us to Covilhã. We're about 40k away, and not too far, and we've just had lunch, which was lovely. Just a little pizza on the roadside. Didn't want to stop in Seia because it was quite busy, so parking was always going to be an issue, so we stopped just outside. Word to the wise, if you find somewhere just before a big town, always take the advantage of stopping somewhere. And our next sort of viewpoint as such is a dam, according to my darling wife. I'm looking out for a large dam. And we're taking our time. I think there's a car behind Anne, so she wants to wave him past.
Yeah, when we get on a straight bit, I think.
Then we can, but another winding road up into the mountain. Good fun. So I think we're just coming up to this, the dam, which is there, I would imagine, isn't it? Yeah, we just pull in from the...
It's not where I've got, but
You're going to get a good sight of it from here.
probably one over that side as well, so it's still quite far.
It's always good to park uphill as well.
Yeah, you've got slightly, isn't it? I think we're in a bit of a dip, aren't
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So, yes, we can get down here, and that's what we've done. So, it's quite amazing, actually. It's quite an old one, I would imagine. And I was right, that pipeline does go all the way down the mountain, because we could see it on the way up. And you can hear the rush of water. And there it is, trickling out. And there's the sluice gates, just in case. So I've just walked in front of Anne's camera shop. And there you go. So time for some selfies, I think. What a great location. And this is why we travel. Okay, so we just had a little quick stop where I wanted a bird's eye view. What was I looking for? There's a pipeline, so I'm making a big assumption here, but that's maybe something to do with the dam that we're going to. And the big sign, of course, Sabugueiro, or Sabugueiro, I should say. Oh, and just told me it's 1,050 metres. Okay, altitude. We did do a big climb. There aren't many places to stop, hence why we took that opportunity. Few interlopers in my helmet at the moment. Get that other one out. It's probably going to be crawling around inside for a while. Quite amazing scenery. So we are officially in the national park, because I did see the sign. I didn't record it as we went past, but. Quite amazing, and it suddenly changed, didn't it, to all this yellow. Yeah.
Might be hawthorn, don't know. It's in bloom, whatever it is. Sabugueiro, the town of. Never ceases to amaze me that people live in the mountains. Do you remember when we did Madeira and all those little villages that were on the edge of the mountains? It's very similar to this. And why wouldn't it be? Madeira being a Portuguese island. And I remember in Madeira, because I said to Anne, how do people go shopping? You know, because if you were elderly, you could be stuck up in the mountains and never get anywhere. And then we came across a little guy with a little flatbed with everything you wanted on it, all the fruit and the veg. He even did toothpaste, bread, everything. And he just pulled in a little side, say maybe over there, and everyone came to him. There you go. He was making a living out of it, and they didn't have to go into town. But you've got to be half mountain goat to live in places like this, haven't you? Good knees, yeah. Good hips and good knees. Looks a bit touristy, isn't it? Well, it's the first time we've been through anywhere that's actually good shops are open. As always, found that dam, but that's not the dam. Not in as in Edam, the dam. This is the dam, which is obviously the new one. Quite impressive. A monolith of concrete. Obviously on the other side is the water containment. There you go, it's massive. Wow. What we might have to do is go back and stop and then to go up it, but we'll see if we can turn around. It's going to be a bit tricky. You'd like to think there was more than one car park. Okay, there is a turnaround here, I think. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Turn around.
Oh, we can just park.
Do you not want to walk up the? I don't know whether you can get. Oh, there is access over there. You can walk. If you just need to see the other side of it, over there are a set of stairs. So we could walk from here up along the edge and then go up the stairs there. Yeah.
How long?
Look, from here.
Yeah, that'd be alright. Yeah.
Okay. We'll park up on the other side then. So we managed to get to the top of the new dam, which looks pretty full actually. Pretty full indeed. And looks like there's some fish down there as well. Don't know what type of fish they are. Obviously, yeah, fresh water. Yeah. Quite amazing. Certainly massive compared to the other ones. Again, the wonders of travel. Right at the top of the mountain as well. Because although that may look like sea in that mist, it's not, it's the valley. And it certainly looks inviting, but and quite deep by the look of it as well. Looks like a fully grown tree, that. So so we've just gone past a marker that said 1700 metres. So we are quite high, because that's ski height. And I ski at that level, 1700 metres and above. We always try and book somewhere where it's going to be high, because you always guarantee snow. Not saying that it's going to snow here, because the weather at the moment, according to my temperature gauge, is 19 degrees C, so it's lovely. But it is still high. The old ears are popping.
10 degrees less than it was low down.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's the point. Anne just pointed out it's 10 degrees lower than it was when we were at the bottom. So we were 27, 29 degrees C when we started the climb. And you can see there a massive drop. And we're heading for the top of the pass, which looks like it's over there, because I can see an observatory. Well, there's us talking about snow, and there is a chairlift, but we're probably on about 2,000 metres. We certainly we're getting there. So this is the top of the pass. I'm sure there's a little car park somewhere.
Big town thing going on up there, massive shops and everything in it.
Oh, okay.
Stick it over there, look, by the GNR sign. It's a good one. Right, through a cluster. Put it by the other one.
Going to back it into this little slot here.
Yep. Yeah, because that'd be quite a good snap actually as well. That'd be forever thinking of a good picture. Our day's sort of ride almost over. We're about 2 miles from the hotel, just coming down the other side of the mountain. Hairpins on every bend, and yeah, it's been a good day. Been a little bit warm at times, but it's quite a reasonable 25°C at the moment. The only problem at the top, a little less now as we come off, was the flies, and I think all of that yellow stuff you can see on the mountain is obviously in bloom, so they're all surrounding that. So if you liked this episode, give us a thumbs up, and if it's your first time on the channel, please subscribe, because there will be more episodes on the way of our tour in Portugal. I shall speak to you soon.